Hello my brothers and sisters of the Order, welcome back to the Order. I'm your Gothic Templar, and yes, today y'all, we're talking about these. These are my new arm protection from allbeststuff.com. Allbeststuff did their damn great job at this. Now, I talked about a set like this a while back from Epic Armory. Epic Armory did not do a very good job for major reasons. One, to the fact it was kind of shoddy with most of their stuff. And two, to the fact that, well, one major thing, they did not have riveted mail, nor did they have the glove already attached. That's right, allbeststuff.com has this design, and this I love for one major reason. This type of armor is phenomenal with many films, movies, anime, as well as some series. We always see some guy or hero using some sort of arm guard like this, which it protects pretty much most of the entire hand. Well, most of the entire arm and such, unless you count the fingers. So, in fact, every time I see the series anime Naruto, for example, I always see them using some sort of, I can't do the style like this, but you see my point. Or as well, one of my favorite would actually be from the Hobbit films, for example. We either see Gimli with his type of arm gauntlet, or Thorin, or any one of the dwarven people, as well as one of the infamous Dane Ironfoot when we see him at the last Hobbit film. He actually is riding up, and he's holding his, when he's riding up, we can easily see him having a set of arm guards like this. Now, I hear many people already asking, Templar, are these historic? Yes, and such. Are they European? Sort of. It depended on the timeline. In fact, this type of arm design guard was first, I want to say, seen in parts of the Middle East and India, especially in the parts of the Mughal Empire. So, this group in India, which is allbeststuff.com, allbeststuff makes this stuff, and in such, they did a very great job at it, trying to get as accurate to what it will look like, which I do like. Now, major things I do have to put this out here. It's fully workable. I can move my hand somewhat in the historical form. I can move it up, down, side, and side, yada yada yada. I have the riveted mail and all that attachment. I got it the shiny look because that's the only way it had it and such. It looks a little more badass, if you ask me. Now, I do have to put this out here, y'all. When it comes down to the entirety of these were actually used entirely in the Mughal Empire, I want to say, Neo-Persian, or whatever you want to pronounce it as, empires, and such, the many caliphates that emerged around, and as well, even used by the most famous in the Middle East, known as the Ottoman Janissaries, who of which were known to have worn something like this. So this is actually really cool that they got this. And as well, during the Renaissance period, or in this case, the very late medieval period, European armies somewhat started to evolve their armor and equipment to look near identical to this. Which you gotta admit, they did pretty much a very good job at doing that. Because it does protect the wrist with a riveted mail, in which allows movement. And such, they have the plate that protects the hand, and as well pretty much everything else. Now, you do get thumb guards. I would have to state that they should probably not have added the thumb guards. Reason because it kind of feels a little restrictive when it comes to grabbing something. I don't know, it feels like a little restrictive when I'm grabbing something. I want to just grab something. I don't want to deal with fighting against it. For example, if I'm going to grab my sword, for example, I want to use it for historical movements. But the thing is, it just feels like it wants to restrict my grip. In fact, now I got to do it like a design like this, which means it's a hand design cut, or what they call the finger grasp. And as such, the thumb is on the blade, so it would do a downward chopping motion. Was that historical? Yes. Is it a good idea with this? I don't know. No, though I do like the fact that it is trying to put a little more historical accuracy involved. Though, as I said, we might as well just remove the thumb guard, because this thing is annoying to place on it. In fact, all the stuff that you're seeing this, you might as well just either remove the thumb guard or have it fully attached to the glove without the mail, because it kind of is a little restrictive. And another thing also is I found out when it arrived, I took a look at it, and part of the thumb area kind of got torn with the gauntlet piece, so that's another problem. But it's not tearing so much now, but I'm kind of worried. So I might either need to remove these things, I don't know. But yeah, this stuff is pretty awesome. Now I'm wearing this with my biking coat, or whatever you want to pronounce it, because this is kind of like how thick most of the stuff would have been. I was thinking maybe I should wear my gambeson, but not exactly when it comes down to this. But another cool thing is also the fact on the leather on this thing. Now I hear many of you already, oh, what's it about the leather? Well, one, as I said, the glove is fully attached, but the really cool part is this. This is thick leather, ladies and gentlemen. This is like battle ready, and it's been boiled. So all this stuff did try to make sure that this is 100% safe to wear. Now, I want to put this out here. There's a huge difference between this one and Epic Armory's. Epic Armory's has what you might call a shoulder or elbow, an elbow cup or whatever, that which this holds the elbow in. This one doesn't, so that's actually a little bit better. Now, this is actually made out of 18 gauge steel. Its length is 15 inches. Its width is 9 inches. The width counting from this end to this end of the leather. So yeah, it's technically a work in progress. And it says riveted mail. It's around $65 or $66, depending on however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, this stuff is really awesome. In fact, I feel awesome in this just by holding it. But as I said, all that stuff, you might want to get rid of the thumb guard thing just to be safe, because I can't hold something as good as I used to now. Because it's kind of like it's kind of like grabbing something and you know your thumb is just restricted. So it's kind of like, well, just grabbing with your fingers instead of your thumb. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I can move it, but not as good. So, out of 1 out of 10, I would have to give this a 10 for how great these type of things are. And in fact, these things actually do prove incredibly cut resistant, which I do like. Now and such, it does have a little bit of glue on the inside of the forehand type area guard in order for protection and as well to hold it in place. Now it also has these rivets that's unattached. So yeah, it's as perfectly historical, somewhat. As I said, they're trying their best because there isn't that much historical designs on how these might have looked. Seeing as though the last culture that might have used it was either Ottomans or the Mughal Empire. So yeah, now wherever you see these rivets here and such, that just shows that that's where it's attached to the glove. And it did a very good job. And I love the fact that they're using brown leather. That just makes it a little more badass look. Because if they used black, it would not have that stain look, that which would look like it was used in battle. So you gotta admit, it makes it look a little more badass. But still. But yeah, if any of y'all want to buy these, please might be my guest. I will leave links down below in the description. But yeah, but as I said, it's a little problematic with the sword, because if you're going to hold a sword, for example, you want freedom of, well, movement and grip. This kind of does restrict, but for protection on your hands, I would actually advise it. And if any of y'all are into HEMA, I think it is, which is this very dangerous type of sport, which I just call it medieval gladiator fight. That's what I call it. I don't know why, but that's kind of what it is to me. Anyways, I think these might actually prove perfect for y'all, if any of y'all are into it. Now, you do have to worry about the rust. They did manage to try and paint the inside to keep it from rusting, but unfortunately they did not get all of it. Still though, I do like the fact that it was made out of hardened leather on the inside, so this way it does keep your forearm protected if someone tries to, well, stab or try and cut in that area. But all in all, it's a pretty good job. Anyways, guys, hopefully see you on the next one. Like and subscribe for more videos, and hopefully like these videos. And if any of y'all have any ideas for me to look up on all that stuff, please let me know, or any other group, please let me know. As well, y'all, please also check out our Facebook, and that way you know what video is going to come up next. Anyways, guys, it's been Templar. Have a great day.